again. This tutorial is for another granny square with a little bit of a difference. I do believe it's called the granny square with a twist. I'm using double knit yarn and a 5mm hook. I'm going to start with a 5 chain, so we start with a slip knot onto the hook and work 5 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we join into a ring with a slip stitch. The first stitch is 3 chain, that counts as the first double, and then we do another 2 doubles into the ring, 1 and 2, followed by a chain 1, 3 doubles, and 3, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, and the final 3 doubles. Again chain 1 and then join into the 3rd chain of that starting stitch. Then turn the work over and we're going to slip stitch back into that chain space. We're now going to do 3 chain, which again is counting as the first double, and work a further 2 doubles, chain 1 and 3 more doubles into that same 1 chain space. Chain 1, and we're going into this next 1 chain space, so skipping the 3 doubles, and we're going to work the second corner by working 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 doubles. There's 1 and 2 and 3, chain 1 and 3 more, 1 and 2 and 3. We've now got the second corner formed. Chain 1 and skip the next 3 stitches over into this next 1 chain space, and again we're going to work 3 doubles, 1 chain and 3 doubles. Chain 1 and over to the final corner, skip 3 stitches over into this chain space and work the last set of 3 double, chain 1 and 3 double. Finish off with 1 chain, and again we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the previous row. We're now going to snip off the yarn, pull through and fasten off, and turn back over to the opposite side again. We're now going to join in with the white yarn, so slip knot onto the hook and we're going to join into the first chain space after the corner chain space, and slip stitch to join, followed by 3 chain, which is counting as the first double. The second stitch is slightly different. We're now going to yarn over twice, down into round 1, and it's the middle of the 3 doubles. We're going to do a back loop treble. So I'll just show you from the start. So yarn over twice, yarn behind the stitch, pick up the loop, bring to the front, yarn over once, twice, 3 times, and then we do a double into that same chain space. So we've now got 1 double, which is the starting 3 chain, a front post treble around the stitch on the first row, and a double into that chain space. Chain 1, and we go over to the corner. All the corner stitches are exactly the same. It's always going to be 3 doubles, 1 chain and 3 doubles. Oops. There's 1, 2, 3, chain 1 and 3 more doubles into that same chain space. We're now skipping the 3 doubles into the next 1 chain space. Oh, we do a chain 1 after the 3, and we do a double, and then again we're going to do the front post treble. So yarn over twice, behind the stitch to pick up the loop, and then yarn over once, twice, 3 times, and then back to a double into that same chain space. Chain 1, and we're back into the corner, where again we're going to do the 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 doubles, chain 1, skip the next 3 stitches and work a double into the chain space, followed again by the front post treble, and another double. So we're keeping the continuity of the 3 stitches in each of the chain spaces. Chain 1, back to the corner where we're going to do the 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 doubles. I've just pulled over the curtain, it's getting a little bit too sunny. Chain 1, skip 3 stitches into the 1 chain space, we do 1 double, 1 front post treble, back into the first round, and a double, chain 1, and we're on to the final corner where we're going to again do the 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 more doubles. We're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the starting stitch, turn over the work and slip stitch into the chain space. On this round we're just going to do 3 doubles into each of the chain spaces with the 3 double, 1 chain, 3 double in each of the corner, and not forgetting the chain stitch in between. So this is the easy round. Oops. Chain 1, 3 double, chain 1, 3 double into each corner, chain 1, and then 3 doubles into the next chain space. So on the wrong side of the work, each row is just going to be the 3 double blocks, with the front post treble only being worked on the right side. This square will work with any combination of colours, but it's better to work in blocks of 2 rows to a colour. And you can work it with a finer yarn or a chunkier yarn, but just adjust the hook size to suit the yarn that you're using. But you would be able to stick to the same number of stitches. Onto the final block of 3 double crochets, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the 3 chain and snip off the yarn, pull through and fasten off. You can work over the ends as you go through the rounds to catch the ends down, or you can sew them in. It's entirely up to you. I'm just going to stick to 2 colours on this square, but at this point, if you wanted to, you could bring in another colour and do each block of 2 in a different colour, or stick to the same method as I'm going to use. So in any of the 1 chain space after a corner, we're going to join in with a slip stitch and work the 3 chain that's going to count as our first double. Then yarn over twice, and we're going to go into the middle double crochet of the first block in the white. So it's not the row that you've just done, it's the row before, and then a double into that same chain space, chain 1 and exactly the same into the next, which is 1 double, 1 front post treble around the front post treble that you did before, and 1 double, chain 1 and exactly the same again as we did on the first block which is creating the first treble, first front post treble. So we come down into this middle double crochet and do a front post treble around, followed by a double, chain one, and we're back to the corner, which is the 3 double, chain one and 3 double. Chain one, and again we've got 1 double, a treble around the middle treble from 2 rows previous, and a double into that same space. Chain one, a double, a front post treble, and a double into the same block. You can see the pattern is now forming so that you're getting the blue coming down in between the white. The white was coming down in between the blue. Chain one, and exactly the same. Front post treble, a double, and followed by chain one, and we're back again to the corner. Chain one, and the 3 doubles, chain one, double, front post treble, and a double. You carry on in the same way until you get back round to this side. So we'll be doing a chain, a double, a front post treble, a double, 1 chain, a double, front post treble into this middle double crochet from the previous round but 1, and I'll see you when you get to the end of this row. Again, when we get to the end of the row, we're going to join with a slip stitch into the first, into the 3rd chain of the first stitch. Flip over the work, we're now onto the wrong side, and slip stitch into that chain space. And on the wrong side row, it's just the 3 double crochets into each 1 chain space, followed by a chain, and in the corners we do the 3 doubles, chain 1 and 3 doubles. You're just going to carry on changing the colours each 2 rows, and just remember that the front post treble of each start row is going to go into the middle double from the corner of the row that you're working into. So each time they're going to start that little bit further away. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.